You need to speak up, Mr. Ntanzi.
Uthi ukhulumele phezulu umshushisi ukwazi ukuzwakala.
Yebo.
That's understood.
And then you further testified on the dates that you were arrested. You were in the company of your girlfriend.
Uthina ngalesikhathi uboshwa ubokade unentombi yakho.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct, my lord.
Can you please state her name on record?
Igama lakhe ubani?
Lebohile.
Lebohile.
And it was also put to witnesses in this court that Lebohile is Tswana speaking.
Kuye kwashiwo kubofakazi ukuthi uLebohile ukhuluma isiTswana.
Yebo ngumtswana Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, Lebohile is Tswana speaking.
So can you tell this court how do you communicate with Lebohile?
Wena no Lebohile benikhuluma kanjani?
Uyasazi isiZulu Nkosi enkantolo.
Lebohile is also conversant in Zulu
Ngoba umuntu eRustenburg ogcwele wonke umhlobo.
because in Rustenburg there are a lot of cultures or nations.
Thank you. Let's proceed now. And then when Mr. Ramusipile led your evidence on the very important aspect where it is alleged or where Sergeant Mokhane warned you in terms of the Constitution, you indicated to this court that you do not recall that aspect. Do you remember?
Manje ummeli wakho ethema kakubuza imibuzo ngalesikhathi uSergeant Mokhane ekucebisa ngamalungelo wakho okuya ngomthetho sisekelo womzansi Afrika inconstitution phecelezi la ukuthi ubekade ekucebisa ngamalungelo wena usakhumbula na?
Nkosi enkantolo. Mina zange atshela uSergeant Mokhane ngamalungelo ami Nkosi enkantolo. Namanje ngisakuphikisa lokho. Yena wayetshena uSergeant Mabhena bomabhena ungitshenayo.
My lord, I was never informed of my rights by Sergeant Mokhane. He informed Sergeant Mabena, and Mabena is the one that was informing me of my rights.
So you were informed of your rights.
Shukuthi uye watshelwa ngamalungelo wakho.
Hayi ngamalungelo la ukuboshwa kwami. Ngikhuluma ngento yena ayefuna ukwendlulisa njengani. Njengokuthi mayintshela ukuthi namhlanje siyaphi. Sikuphi lapha engikhona. Amalungelo akaze ngitshela ngaNkosi enkantolo. Ngitshela mina amalungelo sengichajiwe ngephepha lase Rustenburg.
My lord, not with regards to my rights. However, he used to tell Mabena, especially on where were we going, then that's when he would inform me. I was only informed of my rights after I was charged with the Rustenburg matter.
Now let us proceed. So it is your evidence today that you were never warned in terms of the Constitution.
Wena namhlanje usathi awuzange ucebiswe ngamalungelo wakho ukuya ngomthetho sisekelo.
Ngeqiniso Nkosi enkantolo kunjalo ngoba mangikhuluma mina ngento yase Rustenburg, into yase Rustenburg ngeyamuva mina ngiboshwe ngoJune 16.
That is correct, my lord, because as I am referring to the Rustenburg matter, that matter came after I was arrested on the 16th of June.
I am talking about the events of the 16th of June 2020, sir.
Mshushisi ukhuluma ngamalungelo wange 16 zika June 2020. Awuzange utshelwe?
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, I was never informed of my rights on the 16th of June 2020.
Are you certain?
Unesiqiniseko salokho?
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And then let's fast forward a bit, we'll come back to this aspect. When you were now taken to Pretoria North for detention, were you given your rights in terms of the Constitution?
Asiyeke ePretoria North ngalesikhathi uzebe ufakwa eStoksini ePretoria North. Uye wanikwa mhlawumbe amalungelo wakho?
Amalungelo anjani Nkosi enkantolo?
What type of rights are you referring to, my lord?
SAP 14, Notice of Rights in terms of the Constitution.
Ncwadi yamalungelo ukuya ngomthetho sisekelo.
Incwadi engiyiphethe Nkosi enkantolo lena yase Rustenburg mina le kuphela anginayo enye engiyiphethe.
The only document that I have, my lord, it's that one from Rustenburg. I do not have any other document regarding rights.
Incwadi yange-19 Nkosi enkantolo anginayo enye.
And this document only refers to the 19th.
And before this court, there's exhibit LL1, notice of rights dated 16 June 2020 for Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi issued at Pretoria North Police Station.
Kunencwadi la ekuthi yona ikhuluma ukuthi nge-16 zika June 2020 ebekade utshelwa amalungelo wakho. Leyo ncwadi iye yanikezelwa njengobufakazi kuthiwa uyiphiwe ePretoria North.
Kosenkantolo ngisaphinda kunayo incwadi enye incwadi engiyiphethe incwadi yaseRustenburg kosenkantolo.
My Lord, there is no other document that I have in my possession. The only document is that one from Rustenburg.
I want to show you a document.
Uthi ufuna ukubonisa nayi incwadi.
Do you recognize that document?
Usayikhumbula le ncwadi?
Ngiyayibona ngoba ngeniwa nguye nkosenkantolo.
I see it as I am being given by you.
Do you see where the signature of a detainee?
Uyabona la ikuthi usayine khona umuntu oboshiwe?
Ngiyabona nkosenkantolo.
Yes, I also see.
Is that your signature?
Uwe owasayina la?
Isignature nkosenkantolo ibonakala kancane ngicela ngikhombise original nkosenkantolo.
My Lord, the signature, it's not clearly visible. Can I please see the original?
Okay, we'll get back to the original document. Just send it to her so that she can get the original.
Uthi sizobuya kuyo i-original. Basakufunela yona.
You also testified before this court that at your place of residence, you were assaulted by Sergeant Mapena. Is that correct?
Uthe futhi nala bokade uhlala khona ushayiwe uSergeant Mapena.
Angithi sasibanga khona nkosenkantolo ukuthi ngikangibonise na ukuthi uyiphoyisa ni.
As we were arguing or fighting regarding me asking him to show me that he is indeed a police officer.
So that was the first time you were assaulted.
Bekokokuqala ushawa la.
Bengoqala ngishaya.
Yes, that was the first time.
Advocate Mngomezulu, on your behalf, put a version to Sergeant Mokhani that the first time you were assaulted, it was at a filling station next to, yes, a filling station, engine filling station next to Grey Avenue. What is your comment?
Advocate Mngomezulu ngalesikhathi ebuza uSergeant Mokhani imibuzo uye wathi wena uthe ngalesikhathi uqala ukushawa kakade kuse engine garage ngase Grey Avenue.
Kosenkantolo ngokukhulu ukuhlonipha angeke ngikwazi ukuphendula ubaba uMngomezulu.
My Lord,
Ngoba yimina engiboshiwe ngikwazile ukukhuluma inkosenkantolo ukuthi ukushawa kwami kahle kahle uMabhena sasibanga ini ukuze angibeke isandla empama.
My Lord, with all due respect, I would not be able to respond on behalf of what Mr. Mngomezulu had said. I have testified that the first time when I was assaulted was when I was arguing with Mabena as I was requesting his proof that he was a police officer.
But you were present in court when he made that assertion.
Kodwa wawukade ukhona enkantolo ngalesikhathi umnumzana uMngomezulu ekhuluma lokho.
Yebo nkosenkantolo ngikhona enkantolo.
Yes, my Lord, I was present in court.
And you cannot deny that the proceedings were being interpreted as it goes on.
Ngeke uphike nokuthi wawukade utolikelwa njengoba ummeli naye wakade ebuza imibuzo ngesingesi lezo zazikade zitoliwe.
Angeke ngiphike nkosenkantolo ngoba noma ngihleli lapha ziningi izinto esikhulunywa enkantolo.
I will not deny that, as there are a lot of things that are spoken in court even when I am seated on the accused dock.
And then you cannot deny that what he was putting, it was your instructions.
Ngeke uphike nokuthi into lebekade umnumzana uMngomezulu ayisho into wayekade etshelwe wena.
Nkosenkantolo ngiyathemba ubaba uMngomezulu noma ngingamtshela into uyazi ukuthi inkosenkantolo uzokhuluma kanjani ngayo.
My Lord, I believe even if I instruct Mr. Mngomezulu, he knows how to put a version to the court or the witness.
But he omitted this very important aspect. Very, very important. The first time you were assaulted, it was at Puking, at your place of residence.
As it is the court, my lord, Mr. Mgomezulu informs me that that is not the version that was put to the witness. So if we may be referred to a specific aspect on the record regarding that issue, as the court pleases, my lord.
Yes, Mrs. Bande.
My lord, I can find that reference on the court record.
CPD, what was the version then? Because you say that was not the version. Was there any version put about the first assault?
I'm informed by my colleague, my lord, that he stated to the witness that is referred to that the first assault was an open-handed slap on the witness at the place when he was arrested on the 16th of June 2020.
Is that the version put?
That's what it's relayed to me by Mr. Mgomezulu.
Okay. Yes, Mrs. Bande.
I did not quite follow my colleague. Is he saying now the version that was put by Mr. Mgomezulu to Mr. Mohan is that he was assaulted for the first time at his place of residence?
That's indeed so, my lord, by Sergeant Mabena with a slap or an open-handed assault, as the court places.
My lord, that version came for the first time when he gave evidence. It was never put to Sergeant Mohani. However, I make an undertaking to find that relevant portion when he made this assertion.
So you want to find the exact version, or what do you want to do?
Indeed so, my lord.
Yeah, do so then.
If the court can just bear with me. My lord, can we park that and I'll get back to it as soon as we adjourn?
Okay.
Thank you. Now let us proceed. We'll get back to that point. Can you tell this court slowly how were you dressed on the date in question?
Uthi umshushisi asime kancane ngaleyana yokushawa uzobuyela kuyona. Manje uthi ucela utshele inkantolo ngamazwi wakho ukuthi wawukade ugqoke kanjani ngalesikhathi wawukade uboshwe.
Kusenkantolo enyaweni ngangigqoke ikhavela,
My lord, on my feet I had worn a cavella,
isweat.
suede,
Ngigqoke ijini yereleni
and I was wearing
Ehlaza.
a blue relay jean.
ngaphansi ngifake iskipa esiyelo seFabian.
Underneath, I was wearing a yellow Fabiani t-shirt
Nevest white.
and a white vest,
Kulandela itracksuit ayinesigqoko ayinombala obomvu nonavy.
followed by a tracksuit that had a hat and a navy blue color
Yeah,
and red as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah. Bese kuba ijacket yenkampani eyimpala.
And there was also a Impala jacket,
Bese ke iba nombala onavy ngapha. La inebhande inesonje ibhande. Deso bese umbala wakhona usiva.
which had a stripe towards the belly where the witness is pointing, and on top it had a silver type of a belt.
Thank you. The relevant page, my lord, that I wanted to refer to is the proceedings of the 15th of November, 2023 on page 25. Version of accused 2 is that the first time he was assaulted next to a garage, engine garage.
Okay, fine. You dispute that, Mr. Ramasipidi?
From my colleague, that's still in dispute.
Nobody's reading the record. I'm just saying, do you dispute what he is reading, that it is not in the record?
I can't dispute that, my lord, what is being read at the moment.
Yes, Mr. Sibande, let's proceed.
Thank you. So, as per your version, is it Kilebogile or Lebogile, your girlfriend, she was there when you did this alleged assault happened?
Manje, uthi siyabuya kule handaba leyo kushawa. Ulebuhile noma uKilebogile ngalesikhathi ushawa wayekade ekhona.
Kosenkantolo uLebohile ngamshiya endlini phakathi mina. Angithi ngishawela lapha ngasemotweni sengiphumile endlini.
My lord, I had left Lebuhile in the house as my assault happened whilst I was near the vehicle.
And then furthermore, you testified before this court that a week before you were arrested, you received the phone call from who exactly?
Konje uthe ubani owakushayela ucingo iviki ngaphambi kokuthi uboshwe.
Wathi wayiproduce wathi umamfundisi again Kosenkantolo.
The person introduced herself as Mam Fundisi.
Were those her exact words?
Amagama wakhe lawo uthe uMam Fundisi.
Into angitshena yona Kosenkantolo. Ngiqala ukuzwa emveni kwesikhathi ukuthi usayitshena umholi.
That is what I was told by the person who was on the call, my lord. I started hearing later that it was Sergeant Mohola.
So on that call, did she later say she's Sergeant Mohola, or you later learned that fact?
Kulelo cingo uye wathi uyena uSergeant Mohola na noma uzwe ngemva kwesikhathi ukuthi uSergeant Mohola.
Ngiyaphinda Kosenkantolo ngizwe emveni kwesikhathi ukuthi usayitshena umholi. Bengazi ukuthi ngumamfundisi ngoba ngisho ngembiza manje ngimbona ngiqala ngiba bengasazi isibongo sabe ngimbiza mamfundisi.
My lord, I heard it later, as even when I referred to her, when I met her for the first time, I referred to her as Mam Fundisi, since I did not know her surname.
Okay, let us proceed. Now you are arrested on the 16th. Where were you taken to?
Manje asiqhubeke uboshiwe nge-16 wayisiwaphi?
Kosenkantolo ipolice station ngiyazi igama layo.
My lord, I do not know the
Ngiyazi
name.
emveni kwesikhathi.
I did not know the name of the police station. I knew it later on
Khona lapha eMpitoli.
in Pretoria.
So you won't dispute that you were taken to Pretoria North Police Station?
Awali ukuthi uyiswe e-Pretoria North Police Station.
Ngoba ngangingazi Kosenkantolo. Lamanje ngisasho ngangingazi ngalelo langa lezo zinsuku lezemhlanga ngiboshiwe nguphi.
As I did not know, my lord, as even on that day I did not know, I would not dispute it.
So you are taken to this particular cell at Pretoria North. Can you describe the inside of that particular cell?
Manje soyathathwa ufaka kuleli seli elithize ePitori.
Yeah.
Manje ucela umshushisi umchazisele ukuthi leli yaseli lalikade linjani, kwakunani kungenani, umchazisele umdwebele isithombe ukuthi le yasele yayinjani.
Kosenkantolo awungena emaseleni. Uyangena kunento nje eyibala enesafe la phezulu.
My lord, when you go into a cell, there is a certain place which had a fence on top.
Awujikisa amehla lapha ekhoneni kune toilet nento ngathi ayamanzi.
When you turn, there is a toilet and something that looks like a basin.
Kune khona lapho futhi kune tap la phezulu yamanzi.
Right there, there is also a tap of water.
Musu ungena phakathi ke seleni ngaphakathi.
Then when you enter now inside the cell,
Awungena lapho futhi ngaphakathi kune toilet.
when you go inside that particular cell, there is also a toilet.
Kunento futhi yamanzi lapha ngaphakathi.
There is also a basin of water.
Bese bayilendawo ngathi istoop le okuhlalwa kuyo.
Then there is a place where people would sit.
I'm interested in the tap that you show, like on the roof.
Manje uthi umshushisi yena ufuna umcebisele ngale tap le uyikhombela phezulu.
Ethapha ngithi isodongweni.
That tap is on the wall.
Ngoba amanzi ngendlela ngangibonga ngayo amanzi akhona mayephuma kodwa amanzi ayengaphuma ngawa press amanzi ayengaphuma.
As the water would not come out, I tried pressing it, But if there was water, that water would be coming from the top.
See, that is very important. Sir.
Uthi into ebalulekile ke leyo.
Colonel Swanepoel was there.
uKenneth Swanepoel wayekhona.
It was never put to him that the cell that you were taken to, there was a place where you pressed where there was no water that was coming out.
Futhi akazange atshelwe uKenneth Swanepoel ukuthi le cell lelibo kade ukulo bekunendawo la bekade kunempompi mawucofa laphayana bakade kungaphumi amanzi.
ukuthi lo mbuzo akazobheka ke mnkosi enkantolo akaze ngoze ubheka ke lo mbuzo.
I never had such a question said to me.
Ngiyathemba futhi naye la azange ngizwe ekhuluma nge-police station ngamhlala
Please, the
kuyo.
court, my lord, if I understood the evidence of the gentleman, Mr. Swanepoel, he testified on procedure, but mainly that he was based in Silverton, not Pretoria North, so he wouldn't be privy to water running or not running in the cell. As the court pleases.
Yes, sir.
My lord, he gave a general overview of the detention facilities in South Africa that are controlled by the South African Police Services. So if then what I suppose is a shower was not working, then that would have been put to him, and then he would have taken it further to explain what are the procedures if the cells are not in a good working condition. And furthermore, my lord, he even testified that they must make sure that the cells in which detainees are kept, they are in accordance with dignity and they are suitable for people to be there.
Yeah, but he wasn't testifying about, in particular, about Pretoria North, okay?
As the court, please. Okay. No, we'll get back to that document. So, in your observation, was that a shower?
Manje ukuya ngawe ngokubuka kwakho kwakade kuyishawa leyanto le empompi ebekade sebondeni.
Nkosi enkantolo ishawa yakhiwa ngendlela yayo. La yanto ibekiwe lapha yakhandela khona odonga ngangethi ishawa.
My lord, I would not say it was a shower as there is a certain design of a shower. That one was just put on the wall.
Ngoba nkosi enkantolo izathu senze ukuthi ngisho njalo. Ivereria ne police station engangikuyo azifani. Zinomehluko omkhulu kaphakathi.
And my lord, what makes me to say that it's because Valeria police station and the other police station which I was placed in, they are different. They are not the same.
And what you referred in this court as a basin, was water coming out of that?
Manje labe uthi kunendawo eyamanzi. Amanzi wona wayekade ephuma lapho.
Ayaphuma ngaphandle eseleni lapha phakathi ngangilala khona awayengaphumi ngangwakha ngesigubhu lesela ngingene nawo ngaphakathi ngenzela ukuphuza.
That water would be, I had access to water from outside the cell. The cell which I was particularly in did not have water, but I used to take a plastic bottle to go and get water so that I would be able to drink.
Okay.
Okunye nkosi enkantolo umshoshe sengicela ukuthi akukhumbule police station awuhlala eselene yodwa ngaphakathi. Bakukhipha la bakufakela bakukhiphe la bakufaka kushintsha amaselo ngangahlala eselene one.
Again, my lord, may I please bring it to the court's attention that at the police station, I was not placed in one cell. I would be moved from one cell to another.
And then who was doing that?
Ubani obekade ekhipha la ekufaka la kubo masel lawa ahlukile.
Angithi nje nkosi enkantolo namhlanje umhani uyafika uyangibhuka. Mangibuya late ngiyazi ukuthi angizokubuyela kule sela ade ngeke mhlawumbe uzongifaka kwenye isene mhlawumbe kule sela bengikuyo sekukhona abanye abantu ngoba ngangamixwa nabantu.
My lord, for example, when Mr. Sergeant Mohane would book me out, I knew that when I come back, I would not be placed in the same cell. I would be placed in a different cell as I was not mixed with other detainees.
So when you were taken to a different cell, like as you are saying now, still the position was the same. There was no more water coming out of that particular tap.
Manje njengoba uye wafakwa kwelinye iseli, nakhona lapho kwelinye iseli kwakade kungenamanzi.
Nkosi enkantolo kunjalo nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct, my lord.
Ngoba ngisho nje manje ukuthi mina lokhu ishawa ngiyibona iphuma amanzi leyasivereri.
Because the only shower that I saw having water, it was that one from Valeria.
And can you tell the court, was the toilet in a good working condition as well?
I-toilet yona yayikade isebenza kahle.
Le ngaphakathi ayingasebenzi yayisebenza le ngaphandle.
The one inside the cell was not in a good working condition. The only one that was in a good condition was that one outside.
Kwamanye amasela ngakwakufashwa ngebhakede.
And in other cells, we used to use a bucket to flush.
Thank you. Let us proceed. And then you were booked at 2242 on the 16th of June 2020 by Sergeant Mohani.
Bakubhuka ke ngo-2242 nge-16 zika June uSergeant Mohani.
Angisibonanga isikhathi kosenkantolo.
I did not see the time, my lord.
And then there was an entry made on the OB books that you were detained without no injuries.
Futhi ke kwabhalwa nakwi OB incwadi le eyesiphoyisa ebizwa i-occurrence book ukuthi wena uye wavalelwa ungalimalanga.
Angeke ngiphikisane kosenkantolo ngento ebhalwe nguye mina ngithi akayibhalanga phambi kwami nokuthi wayibhala kuphi angiyazi.
I would not dispute what was written by him, and he did not write it in my presence.
Ngoba
Yes.
inkosi enkantolo ngeke ngayitshena ukuthi umhani masifike police station wayengishiya nomabhene emotweni angene ngaphakathi angimazi ukuthi wayekwenzani uyobuya sebuya kimi nokhiye esethi angiphume emotweni asingene ngaphakathi
Yes.
ahamba ngikhiyelele.
As I did not know where was he writing, and as I have explained, my lord, that Mohani would leave me in the vehicle with Mabena, then he would go into the police station, then later come back and collect me, then he would place me in a cell.
Ukuthi wayebhala ukuthini ke angazi mina inkosi enkantolo.
I would not know what was he writing.
And then I put it to you that Mohane is not responsible for writing the cell register.
Mshushisi ke uthi akusiyena umkhani obekade enelungelo lokuthi angabhala into ezibhalwe kwi-register yasemaseleni.
Ngiyethemba inkosi enkantolo mina umthetho ose-police station angiwazi nowasejele angiwazi mina makuthiwa yenza so ngenza kwathi athi angikwenza ngoba phela nguye ophethe ikey yangithi mina ngazi nithi.
My lord, I would not know the rules and regulations of the police station and even those of the prison. I would just follow an instruction as I would be given.
And you first testified in this court that Mohane had the cell keys in his possession.
Uqhubeke wathi umkhani wayekade eneyikhiya zesele.
Inkosi enkantolo ngiyaphinda ngiyayicacisa lento. Masifike police station upaka imoto uyehla yena ongena ngapha ngena ngakhona. Mayebuya uphethe ukhiyo omkhulu ngesandla. Atshena umabhene ukuthi akangivulele.
My lord, I would repeat that when we get to the police station, he would alight the vehicle, then go into the police station, and when he comes back, he would come back with the big key and instruct Mabena to put me out of the vehicle.
Mangiphuma emotweni uyavula la eminyango lapho ngena khona emaseleni ngimlandela ngemuva umabhene oza ngemuva inkosi enkantolo.
And when I get out of the vehicle, he would be in front, and then I would be in the middle, and Mabena would be following me.
Ngiyama lapha phakathi namasele passagini uya-check amasele ukuthi yiphi isele right.
And then I would be in the corridors as he would be checking which cell is right.
Le ngenamuntu a-check nespotshi nengubo ukuthi ikhona nekhona phakathi.
A cell that did not have a person, and he would also check if there was a sponge and a blanket.
Hayi ukuthi ukhiya ukuye uhlele kuye emontweni.
I am not saying that he always had a key in his possession or in the vehicle.
So it is your evidence before this court that there was no one from that particular station that was accompanying Mohane when they went to detain you inside the cell.
Bufakazi bakho ukuthi bekade kungenaphoyisa elisuka kuleyo police station ebelikade lihambisana nani noMkhani ngalesikhathi ekufunela isele.
Ngeqiniso inkosi enkantolo konjani.
That is correct, my lord.
And can you tell the court in which vehicle were they traveling in?
Ake utshele inkantolo ukuthi bekade kuhanjwa ngayiphi imoto.
Mina inkosi enkantolo endaweni engihambe ngefortuna lemhlophe.
A lot of places, my lord, I traveled with a white Toyota Fortuner.
And it was evidence before this court that that particular vehicle is also fitted with an AVL tracking system.
Leo moto kuye kwaziwa nobufakazi bokuthi yayikade ifakwe i-AVL le ebizwa ukuthi track.
Angiyazi leyo nto leyo ngizwa ngani Nkosi enkantolo.
I do not know about that. I'm only hearing it from you, my lord.
It was evidence said before this court.
Uthi ubufakazi obulethiwe la enkantolo.
Yebo.
Yes.
And as the vehicle travels, it produces a report as to the locations that it went past.
Leo moto njengoba ukuthi iyahamba kunala ukuthi ine report ukuthi imephi noma idlulaphi.
Yebo ngiyazwa.
Yes, I can hear you.
That even on the date that you were arrested, the vehicle is located near your address.
Futhi nokuthi ngalelanga uzebe uboshwa ngalo imoto leyo yona ibonakala ingase addressing lakho labo kade uhlala khona.
Yebo.
Yes, I can hear that.
And then furthermore, it also shows when they arrive at Pretoria North.
Futhi iyabonisa nangalesikhathi ikade ifika ePretoria North.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
So can you agree with me that this system can be reliable?
Manje ungavumelana naye umshushisi ukuthi leyo system le
To that. The witness is not an expert on AVL, so that's an unfair question to him.
Yes, sir.
No, I will leave that question. Now, let us proceed now. You are now detained at Pretoria North Police Station. Can you take the court? What happened on the 17th? Now, that is the following day.
asiqhubeke se police station yase Pretoria North akutshele inkantolo ukuthi kwenzakeleni ilanga elilandelelayo i17.
Nkosi enkantolo isikhathi angisibuka ngekuseni ukuthi kwakubani isikhathi ngalesi sikhathi kufika umuntu wayehamba nomhane ezongishutha ithombe.
My lord, I did not look at the time on that particular day when a person who was in a company of Mohane came to take pictures of me.
Wathathile ithombe wathi ngigumule nasenyaweni waqeda ngabuyela eseleni phakathi.
They took pictures of me and he also instructed me to take off my shoes, and then after that I was instructed to go back into the cell.
Okay. Before that time, when Mohane arrived with that particular person, did you receive any food from the police?
Ngaphambi kokuthi bafike umkhane naye lo omunye lo bekade ehamba naye uye wathola ukudla kusuka emaphoyiseni.
Ngangakakutholi Nkosi enkantolo mina ukudla.
I had not yet received food.
And then after Mohane came with that particular person, did you receive any food?
Ngemva kokuthi umkhane afike nalowo muntu uye wathola ukudla.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Did you receive food on that particular day at all?
Wathola ukudla na kulelo langa lonke.
Mhlawumbe ukudla Nkosi enkantolo ngize ngakuthole emini.
Perhaps I got food later during the day.
Was it before Mohane booked you out now to the boardroom, or it was after?
Ingaphambi kokuthi umkhane ekhiphe ekuse eboardroom noma ngemva kwalokho.
Ngemuva kwalokho.
It was after.
Ngiqale eboardroom ngabuya ngahlala ngase usisi la ngekudla.
I started first at the boardroom, then I came back and sat for some time, then a lady gave me food.
And then you said it was in the afternoon.
Uthebe kusemini.
Yebo mangithi kusemini Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, when I am saying in the afternoon, I am referring to the afternoon.
I want to get you right here. And let's move very slowly.
Uthi ufuna ukuzwa kahle umshushisi. Le ndaba asihambe ngonyawo lonwa.
Yeah.
You receive food after the questioning happened inside the boardroom.
Uthi udle ngemva kokuthi sohlonywe imibuzo eboardroom.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct.
What type of food did you receive?
Ukudla okunjani lokho okutholile?
Angisakhumbuli Nkosi enkantolo kokudla okunjani.
I cannot recall, my lord, what type of food did I receive.
And then, will you dispute that you were booked out around 16:55?
Uzophika ukuthi wena uye wabhukiwa out wakhishwa imizuzu emihlanu ngaphambi kwehora lesihlanu ntambama.
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo ngoba isikhathi ngangingenaso.
I do not know, my lord, as I did not have a watch.
And then according to the entry made, you were booked back to the cells at 19:55.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm sorry to keep on interjecting. We don't know the date that is referred to. It's only you were booked out and back on which day, as the court pleases, my lord.
My lord, if my colleague was following my evidence, I said I'm now moving to the events of the 17th of June 2020. Entry made 1955, you were booked back now. That's when you had your food.
Manje umshushisi uthi ngalo lelo langa lange 17 June 2020 ubuyiswe imizuzu emihlanu ngaphambi kwehora lesishiyagalombili kula uye wadla khona.
Ngizosho njalo Nkosi enkantolo ngoba ngase ngibuya khona bebengibize khona eboardroom.
I would say so, my lord, as I had returned from the boardroom.
But 5 minutes to 8 is not known anymore, sir.
Kodwa imizuzu emihlanu ngaphambi kwehora lesishiyagalombili akusasemini ngaleso sikhathi.
Nkosi enkantolo, ngiyathemba lento le umshushisa ngibuza ngayo into ebhalwe umuntu ubhala noma yena ayithanda. Ngeke ngithi mina isikhathi lesi yiso or ngoba eboardroom Nkosi enkantolo ngihlala ngesikhathi eside.
My lord, I believe what the state is reading was written by a person, and I do not know what that person had wrote because in the boardroom I did not take long.
Isikhathi sokubuya ngisazi namanje.
I do not know the time when I went to the boardroom and what time did I return from the boardroom.
How long were you inside that particular bedroom?
I-boardroom leyana uthathe isikhathi esingakanani kuyo?
Eboardroom Nkosi enkantolo engaphakathi emaselene.
How
bedroom.
long were you inside that bedroom?
Uthathe isikhathi esingakanani laphayana e-boardroom?
Angeke ngikwazi Nkosi enkantolo ukusimeshela ngoba ngangingenale wash. Ube mhlawumbe washake khona ngizosho ukukhuluma Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi isikhathi singaka.
I would not be able to estimate how long did I take as I did not have a watch.
You see, that is the problem, Mr. Ntanzi. You gave a detailed version of what happened, but when it comes to these specific questions that I'm asking, all of a sudden you do not know, and because you do not have a watch. Why is it like that?
Uthi ke inkinga iyona leyo mnumzane Ntanzi ukuthi wena uphane ngobufakazi yonke into ukuthi kwenzakele kodwa uma kufika kule ndawo yesikhathi wena awusazi ukuthi isikhathi uthatha isikhathi esingakanani.
Ngiyathemba Nkosi enkantolo lokho ngiqalile ukumala akaze ngikhulume ngesikhathi mina.
I believe, my lord, since I started testifying, I've never mentioned any time.
Can you tell this court now who was present in that particular boardroom?
Akucacisele inkantolo ke bekunabo bani e-boardroom.
Nkosi enkantolo eboardroom wawunguye Sergeant Mkhani.
There was Sergeant Mukhani, Mabena,
Babu Kininda,
Brigadier Gininda,
Sergeant Mkhola,
Sergeant Mukhola,
abanye ngangabaza amagama kodwa ngingabakhumbula bese bangomunye futhi lo wama-class band engalazi igama lakhe.
and others I do not recall their names.
And then what was the questioning inside that boardroom?
Imibuzo, bowubuzwa miphi phakathi laphaya boardroom.
Imibuzo ngangibuza ubaba uGininde ngibuza ngangekuphi ngo-October.
I was asked by Brigadier Gininda on where was I in October.
What was your response?
Impendulo yakho itheni?
Ngamtshela ngathi Nkosi enkantolo angisakhumbuli ukuthi ngangekuphi na ngo-October.
I responded saying I cannot remember on where was I in October.
Noma ngangisemsebenzini noma ngangisekhaya angisakhumbuli.
Whether was I at work or was I at home, I would not recall.
Did he ask October of which year?
Uye wakubuza ukuthi October wamuphi unyaka?
Yebo ngibuzile athi October la 2014.
Yes, he said October of 2014.
And then did he give the date?
Uye wakunika ilanga usuku.
Okay, wanginika Nkosi enkantolo yizo sengasakhumbula ukuthi liphi lo langa lelo. Ukwanginika yena.
Indeed, my lord, he gave me a date. However, I cannot recall which date specifically did he give me.
And then your response was that you cannot recall whether you were at home or you were at work.
When impendulo yakho uthe awusakhumbula ukuthi wawukade usekhaya noma wawukade usemsebenzini.
Ngoba ngomuntu osebenza Nkosi enkantolo ingakho ngithi uma ngingekho emsebenzini ngisuke ngisekhaya.
That is correct, my lord, as I was employed, and if I am not at home, I would be at work.
And the next question that he asked,
Omunye umbuzo oye wakubuza wona utheni?
Ungibuzile Nkosi enkantolo nangegolide nangama-director ekhanda.
He asked me with regards to a gold tooth and dreadlocks
Nama-tattoo futhi.
and tattoos
Nenombolo le 28 yasejele.
and the number which was the witness pointing at his right shoulder, the number 28 which was made from prison.
what was your response to that question?
When utheni ngalokho?
Ngithe mina nalelo nombolo le yasejele okokuqala angiyazi ukuthi inombolo enjani leyo.
I told him that I do not know even that number.
Ngoba-
Which type of a number is it?
Ngoba ilanga lokuqala lelo ngiboshiwe.
As it was my first day being arrested.
Okwesibili ngaphendula ukuthi azange aze ngafaka igolide.
Secondly, I responded that I have never had a gold tooth.
Okwesibili ngaphinde ngasho ukuthi angizange ube ne-dread ekhanda.
I again responded that I have never had dreadlocks.
Wasethi-ke mangigumule ufuna ukubona serious ukuthi azange ube nama-tattoo nenombolo le.
He instructed me to take off my clothes so that he would see if I do not have that number indeed.
Ngigumulile-ke Nkosi enkantolo.
I undressed.
Wangithatha iy'thombe zokubonisa ukuthi ngeqiniso azange nize ngibe nayo le nto le.
And he took pictures of me to show that indeed I do not have that number.
Is that all?
Yiko kodwa akubuzile?
Yebo mangikhumbula Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, if my memory serves me well.
Did you know Gininda and Sergeant Mohola at that particular stage, as you claim that they were there?
Wawukade ubazi uGininda no Sergeant Mohola ngaleso sikhathi njengoba uthi bebakade bekhona.
Cha ngangikade ngingabazi Nkosi enkantolo angithi ubaba uGininda wangitshela ukuthi yena uBrother Gininda. Angisani wathi uBrother Gininda kodwa ngaleso ngizwa manje uBrother Gininda khona igama libiza uqaleni yena kimi.
I did not know them at that time, and Mr. Gininda had introduced himself. I am not sure which title did he give me. However, I just heard here in court that he is now a brigadier, but there is a specific title that he gave at that time.
And then Brigadier Gininda was before this court, he denied ever being in Pretoria North on the 17th of June 2020. What is your comment?
Ubrigadier Gininda yena uye waphika ukuthi nge-17 zika June 2020 azange yena abe khona ePretoria North epolice station. Wena uthini ngalokho?
Nkosi enkantolo manje ngiyaphinda mina. Yena umuntu engangikhuluma naye Nkosi enkantolo uGininda.
My lord, I am still maintaining that he is a person that I was speaking to.
Ngoba bonke laba bekhona babethule. Ngaphandle kwamabhene umuntu wasukuma kuthiwa akangicheck akangibuke la straight eduze naye ukuthi ayikho lento lela.
except for Mabena, who stood up as he was instructed that he should closely look at me, whether didn't I have that particular number on my shoulder.
Do you recall being questioned regarding the Nongoma case?
Usakhumbula uhlonywa imibuzo ngaleli cala laseNongoma?
Azange inkosi enkantolo ngabuza ngecala kwaNongoma mina. Ngiqala ukuzwa manje ngakhunywa ngomkhane la phambi kwenkosi enkantolo.
I was never questioned about the Nongoma case. I only started hearing it when Sergeant Mukhani was testifying.
And then you were in court when questions were put to Sergeant Mohane when they first approached you on the 16th of June 2020 that they were arresting you for the Nongoma case. You recall that part of evidence?
Wawukade ulaye enkantolo ngalesikhathi uSergeant Mukhani ezebe ehlonywa imibuzo ukuthi yena uthe ukubophela icala lakwaNongoma. Sakhumbula lokho?
Yebo inkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And he even placed the case number on record.
Yena ke uphinde washo ne case number ukuthi yayikade ithi yaleli yacala lakwaNongoma.
Yebo inkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And then through your counsel, you even said that, did you have a J50 when you went to arrest the accused person at Freedom Park Phase 2?
Ummeli wakho waphinda wabuza ukuthi wayekade enayo na iJ50 incwadi egunyaza ukuboshwa ngalesikhathi uyoboshwa eThembisa.
Thembisa.
Did you say Thembisa?
Freedom Park Phase
Freedom
2.
Park.
Angeke ngiphendule ummeli baba inkosi enkantolo.
I would not respond on behalf of what the defense had said.
But those were your instructions, say. Those were your
Kodwa
instructions.
uthi kodwa kwakade kuyinto ewena utshele ummeli lokho.
Inkosi enkantolo mina ngizange ngiboshele icala lakwaNongoma. Namanje ngisamile phambi kwenkosi enkantolo. Angizange ngaboshela icala lakwaNongoma. Ngiqala ukuzwa ngomkhane manje ngoba ngisho Rustenburg ilawyer le yami estate amayembuza se testify ukuthi nginamacala amangaki. Wathi nginecala lasephosphorus lona lele ngiphambi kwenkosi enkantolo njengamanje. Kube icala lani, kube icala lenhlamvu lase Rustenburg. Into ayikhuluma le lakwaNongoma ngiqala ukuzwa la phambi kwenkosi enkantolo.
My lord, I have never been arrested for the Nongoma case. As the first time when I heard about the Nongoma case, it was when Sergeant Mukhani was testifying here in court. Because even in Rustenburg, when my defense attorney from Legal Aid had asked him, how many cases do I have? He said, I have the Nongoma case, the phosphorus case, and the case for possession of ammunition. I have never been charged for the Nongoma case.
See, I understand you're a lay person, Mr. Ntanzi,
Uthi uyazwisisa umshushisi ukuthi awufundanga.
and I don't want you to get into the merits of what happened at that cocaine case
Futhi
where
akafuni
Mohane gave evidence.
futhi akafuni ukuthi ungene kudaba ukuthi kwayenzakalani lapha kuleli yacala lasephukeni la uMukhani bekade ephana ngobufakazi.
Yebo inkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my
So
lord.
let's leave those issues.
Uthi lezo indaba asiziyeke lezo zikhuluma.
Yebo inkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
When you were booked in at 2242 on the 16th of June 2020, you were detained under a Nongoma case 163 of 10, is it 2019 or 2018?
Uthi ke umshushisi ngalesikhathi wawukade ufakwa ngo-2242 ngeyi-16 okade ufakelwa icala likaNongoma ucase number 163 10 of 22 which year?
2018.
Uthi icala laka 2018.
Inkosi enkantolo. Namanje ngisaphinda. Lapha inkosi enkantolo ngiqala la ukuthi nangiboshele icala lakwaNongoma.
My lord,
Futhi azange ngibe necala kwaNongoma.
I am repeating that it was my first time here in court hearing of the Nongoma case. I have never had any case in Kwanongoma.
Now let us move to that document in front of you.
Uthi asiqhubeke ke size kuleli phepha
Notice of rights.
incwadi enika umuntu amalungelo wakhe.
Ngiyalibona Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I can see
Whose
it.
signature appears on that document?
Angithi bowucele original.
Yeah.
Ubani osayinela?
I-signature ngeyami Nkosi enkantolo ngiyayibona.
This is my signature, I can see it.
What were you signing for?
Wawukade usayinela?
Nkosi enkantolo mina mangingena e-police station ngatshela ukuthi ngiboshelwa icala lasefosolasa. Azange ngitshela ngecala kwaNongoma.
My lord, when I went into the police station, I was informed that I am being arrested for the first Loras matter. I have never been told of the Nongoma case.
Uma ukuthi Nkosi enkantolo wayengibophela icala ngo wayenganginikanga elami iphepha lelo ngoba mina iphepha namanje ngiliphethe. Iphepha laseRustenburg liyi-1. Anginalo iphepha lelo.
My lord.
Liphi elami ke?
If I was arrested for the Nongoma case, then why was I not given a copy? Because I do not have a copy of that Nongoma case.
But that is the document that it is issued. That is a control document that goes to the docket. You were given your own copy, say. I'm putting it to you.
Uthi le ncwadi le iyathathwa ifake kwidokodo. Wena uthi uyakutshela ukuthi uye wanikwa icopy yakho.
Iphutha lelo Nkosi enkantolo.
That is a mistake, my lord.
Who is making that mistake?
Ubani oyenza lelo phutha?
Angithi ngizwa lapha Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi nanganeko lelo phepha. Iphepha namanje Nkosi enkantolo nathi engiliphethe liyi-1 nalo.
As I am hearing here in court, my lord, that I was given a copy. The only copy that I was given, it was the one that the witness is showing.
I'm asking you, who is making that particular mistake regarding this document?
Uthi umshushisi uyakubuza ukuthi ubani oyenza lelo phutha ngaleli phepha.
Umuntu owabhala la Nkosi enkantolo.
The person that wrote here, my lord.
And that is Sergeant Mohani.
Lo muntu owabhala la, uSergeant Mukhani.
Ngizosho njalo Nkosi enkantolo nguye obhalela akusimini ngibhalela.
Yes, I would say that because I am not the one who wrote here, he is the one that wrote here.
Ngoba mina Nkosi enkantolo yena mangitshela wangitshela straight emadlebeni etshela umabhena wangitshela indoda icala ongena ngalo la icala lasefosolasa.
Because he told me straight to my face that I am being arrested for the first Loras case.
Etshena mina icala kwaNongoma ngiyaphinda manje ngiqala ukuzwa la phambi kwenkosi enkantolo.
And I was told through Mabena, as Sergeant Mukhani would instruct him, and then he informed me of what I was arrested for, and it was my first time hearing of the Nongoma case here in court.
And in that document, he also wrote that the case number is Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018.
Asibone ke. Kule ncwadi. My apologies. Uyabona kubhalwe Nongoma case 163 10/2018.
Yebo nkosi enkantolo ngiyabo.
Yes, my lord, I can see that.
Even on the exhibit where you were booked in at Pretoria North, he wrote the same thing.
Futhi nakubufakazi la bekade uye wabhukhwa khona ePretoria North. Ubhale kanjalo ebhala yona le Nongoma case.
Kubhala yena nkosi enkantolo kodwa akwenzekanga ngalendlela le. Le yena abhale ngakaza ngibuze mina ngamacala kwaNongoma.
This is what he wrote, my lord. However, it did not happen according to the way he had written. He has never asked me about any Nongoma case.
Let's take it a step further now.
Uthi asiqhubekise siyise phambili.
Yebo.
Your counsel produced a document before this court, Exhibit VV, bearing the same case number of Nongoma.
Ummeli wakho uye wakhipha incwadi ethize la enkantolo. Ubufakazi buka VV ebekade ikhuluma ngayo le case number le yakwaNongoma.
Yebo nkosi enkantolo ngimamela.
Yes, my lord, I am listening.
Do you have a comment?
Ikhona into ongathanda ukuyiphawula ngalokho.
Angeke ngikwazi nkosi enkantolo ukuphendula ngento engayaziyo.
I would not be able to comment with regards to what I do not know.
Were you not shown that particular document that your defense produced before this court?
Ummeli wakho akazange akubonise leyo ncwadi eyena wayiletha la enkantolo njengobufakazi.
Ngisacela ke bengikhombise mhlawumbe ngingayikhumbula.
Can I please be shown the document? Perhaps I would remember it. Iyona le ncwadi.
Angisakhumbuli Nkosi enkantolo noma wangibonisa noma kangibonisa angisakhumbuli.
I do not remember whether the defense showed me this document or not.
Are you certain, sir?
Unesiqiniseko salokho?
Mangithi angisakhumbuli ngiqinisile ngokuthi angisakhumbuli noma wangibonisa.
When I am saying I do not remember, I am certain that I do not remember.
Now, I am putting it to you that answer you just gave to me now, it can be argued at a later stage that it indicates the improbability of your version.
Uthi lempendulo le omnika yona manje bangahle bona bayidingide noma bayixoxe isikhathi uma sesiqhubeka ukuthi iyabonisa ukuthi wena ubufakazi bakho akusibona ubufakazi beqiniso.
Nkosi enkantolo ziningi izinto engisikhonjiswa ubaba uMngomezulu, man.
My Lord, there are a lot of documents that I was shown by Mr. Mngomezulu.
So angikhombise khona angangikhombisanga ngoba ngithi Nkosi enkantolo angisakhumbuli.
And my Lord, as I am saying that some of the documents that he had shown me, I cannot remember.
So why did you invite me to give you a copy of that particular document?
Manje kungani wawukade uthi umshoshisi akubonise le ncwadi?
Bengifuna ukubona le nto akhuluma ngayo ngoba mina angiyazi.
I wanted to see what the state is referring to, my Lord.
Do you know anyone by the name of Qiniselani Buthelezi?
Kodwa umuntu omaziyo ngegama likaQiniselani Buthelezi?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my Lord.
Who was charged in that particular case?
Owathweswa icala kuleli cala?
Angimazi Nkosi enkantolo.
No, I do not know him.
So are you saying that document, which the court spent a lot of time being argued, is something that you do not know of?
Manje ufuna ukuthi wena le ncwadi le ekuthi inkantolo iye yathatha isikhathi ilibele kudingidwa loludaba la le ncwadi wena yinto ongayazi?
Ngisacela ungiphendula.
May you please repeat the
You want me
question?
to repeat the question, or you want the interpreter to repeat the question to you?
Ufuna mina Toliki ngikuphindele umbuzo noma ufuna umshushisi akuphindele umbuzo?
Ngicela wena ungiphendule futhi.
He's asking for the interpreter to repeat the question. Uthi umshushisi ufuna ukuthi le ncwadi le eyukuthi iye yaxoxwa yadingidwa la enkantolo abameli nabashushisi lenkantolo ibikade ilalela wena ubukade ungazi ngayo wawuqala ukuzwa ngayo futhi awazi lutho?
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my Lord, I do not know anything about the document.
So when Mokhane was asked about this document, why did you not ask either Mr. Ramusipile or Advocate Mngomezulu to show you that particular document?
Manje kungani ungazange ucele ummeli wakho uMngomezulu noma umnumzana uRamusipili ukuthi ucela bakubonise le ncwadi le ukuthi kulibele kukhulunywa ngayo?
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyathemba mangihleli la phambi kwakho ziningi izinto ezikhulunywa la phambi kwakho enkantolo.
My Lord, I believe as I am seated by the accused dog, there are a lot of things that are spoken here in court.
Manje ngeke ngikwazi ukuthi lokhu kufike nini lokhu kufike nini ngoba ziningi nezinto engisikhombisa ubaba uMngomezulu. Ubaba uMngomezulu nguye wazi ukukhuluma nenkosi enkantolo, nguye wazi ukukhuluma into engisuka ngamtshene yona.
Now, my Lord, I would not know when was this exhibit produced or when is a certain document produced. As Mr. Mngomezulu is the one that is able to address the court, I would not be able to address the court.
Ngoba nje ngithi angisakhumbuli noma wangikhombisa noma kangikhombisanga.
As I am saying, I do not remember if I was shown or I was not shown.
So you disagree with that particular document by saying, I do not recall
Shukuthi wena
being shown that
uphikisana-
document.
uphikisana nale ncwadi uma uthi awusakhumbuli ukuthi uye waboniswa le ncwadi.
Angi
I'm going to object to this line of questioning. That answer has been asked and answered. And he says, I do not recall because a lot of things were shown to me. I'm not sure whether this was shown to me or not. That's being argumentative and asked and answered.
Yes, Mrs. Lane.
But I'm testing his version, my lord. And it's during cross-examination, I can ask him questions. And now my question is is he disagreeing seeing this document by saying, I do not recall? You can just say yes or no, and then we move on.
Yes, sir.
Uthi umshushisi ufuna ukubona ukuthi wena uthembeke kangakanani. Uthini? Uthi awusakhumbuli ukuboniswa le ncwadi noma awukaze wabona le ncwadi.
ngoba ngisho nje Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ziningi izinto ezikhonjiswa ubaba uMngomezulu.
As I am saying, my lord, that there are a lot of documents that I was shown by Mr. Mngomezulu.
Kungenzeka mhlambe ngiyibonile waphinde wangibonisa ezinye.
It is possible.
Ngeke ngiphike.
It is possible that I might have seen it, and then he showed me other documents. Therefore, I would not dispute it.
Thank you. Now, let us proceed now. From the time where you had your meal,
Uthi asiqhubeke ke kusukela ngalesa sikhathi uzebe udla.
Yebo.
Yes.
on the 17th of June, now we're back on the 17th of June.
Siyabuyela futhi kwi-17 zika June 2020.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Were you
Yes, my
assaulted?
lord. Uye washawa
Day 17.
on the 17th.
Yes.
Uthi yebo.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Were you questioned?
Wabuzwa kodwa imibuzo.
Wangibuza imibuzo Nkosi enkantolo uGeninda.
Yes, Brigadier Geninda asked me questions.
Were you tortured?
Uye watorchariwa. Wahlukunyezwa.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Were you chubed?
Uye wafakwa utube.
Akazange angifake Nkosi enkantolo.
He did not place a tube on me.
Were you threatened?
Uye wathuselwa.
Azange angithuse ngoba phela sasikhuluma ngethe ngibuza necala leli laseFosola sele ngiphambi kwaliphambi Nkosi enkantolo.
He did not threaten me as we were speaking with regards to the matter of Phosphorus.
Now, during that conversation you had with Sergeant Mokhane, as per our version, did you inform him where you were working?
Manje, njengoba wakade ukhuluma no Sergeant Mokhane, uye wamtshela ukuthi wawukade usebenza.
Angizange ngikhulume noSatsheni Mkhane.
The witness clearly stated the person that I spoke to was Brigadier Geninda. He's the one that was asking me a question, except Mabena, when he was requested to check tattoos. He's never testified about speaking to Mokhane.
Yes, Mrs. Lane, you see.
My lord, that is our version. Gininda was not there as far as we are concerned. So for me, it's a fair question.
Yeah, could proceed. So put it to him, no? Don't
I put
ask
it to
him.
you that during your examination or your questioning with Sergeant Mokhane, you were questioned about your place of employment.
Uthi umshushisi uyakutshela ukuthi ngalesikhathi ubuzwa imibuzo uSergeant Mokhane uye wakubuza nangendaba yomsebenzi.
Azange ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo uMkhane imibuzo.
Sergeant Mokhane did not ask me questions, my lord.
So how come on the 18th of June 2020, he managed to drive to a place where you were employed?
Manje kuze kanjani ukuthi nge-18 zika June 2020 uye washayela imoto waya labo kade usebenza khona?
Nkosi enkantolo mina ngangiphendula imibuzo koGeninda.
My lord, I was answering questions that were coming from Geninda.
My question is, how come they managed to drive to Sibanye Stillwater Mine in Carltonville the following day?
Umbuzo wakamshushisi ukuthi kuze kanjani ukuthi bakwazi ukushayela imoto ukuya eSibanye?
Angemazi Nkosi enkantolo.
I do not know, my lord.
And then now let us move to the events of the 18th of June. Now we arrive at Sibanye Stillwater Mine.
Asiyeke nge-18 zika June 2020 siyafika manje eSibanye Stillwater Mine.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
Take us through what happened there.
Akusitshele ke ukuthi kwenzakeleni khona la.
Kusenkantolo masifika la ngangisebenza khona.
My Lord, when we arrived where I used to work,
Ngoba singenile ngomgwaqo lo ohluka ama oye edrobheni sangela ngomgwaqo lo wangibuza yena ukuthi ngisebenza kuyiphi ishaft ngoba ama shaft emaningi.
we took an off ramp from the road that leads to town. Then he asked me, which shaft am I working at, as there are a lot of shafts?
Ngayikhomba ke number 8.
And I pointed number 8.
Masifika khona nkosenkantolo sama kuma parking yena wehla wangela ngaphakathi ngashiyeka nomabhena.
Upon our arrival, we parked at the parkings, and I was left behind with my banner, and he went inside.
Ukuthi ngaphakathi wenza nena angimazi wasebuya ke futhi kimi ezothi umabhena akangikhiphe emotweni singele ngaphakathi sonke.
I do not know what did he do as he went inside the shaft. Then he later come back and said, I must come together with my banner.
Umabhena ke ngoba izandla ngangifase ngemuva so ngangengikwazi ungena egate leni ngoba ama gate akhona la ajikelezayo.
As my hands were cuffed from the back, I would not be able to go into the gate, as those gates are the ones that are moving around.
Wangikhipha wayifasa ngaphambili.
And he cuffed me from the front.
Sasesamba siba ngasekukhona nomunye umlungu angamazi ukuthi umlungu lo yena wesimanyana ayokhomba lona eoffice ngoba vele nami office ngangilazi kodwa umuntu wayephakathi kwasengasiyena lo ngangimazi.
And then we left with a certain white person whom I did not know, as we were now going into the office.
Befike ke bekhulumeke lapha ngingazi ukuthi ukukhulunywa ngona into engangiyazi ngangazifana ngalo.
And
Ukukhulunywayo.
they spoke, and I do not know what is it that they were talking about, as I only knew and understood Fanagalo.
Ngoba ngamuzwa umlungu lesentshela ngafana ngalo ukuthi angibiza inombolo le ye-clogging card leqala ngo-Z le number yami yasemsebenzini.
And I heard the white person asking me in Fanagalo to give them my Z number.
My Lord, can we adjourn for 15 minutes with tea? We'll proceed. 15 minutes.